Hello everyone, welcome to Zoho Sheets webinar. I'm Jaya Shankari, I'm the product marketer for Zoho Sheet. In this session, we'll be looking at Zoho Sheets integration with Zoho Forms. In this webinar, we'll see how this integration can help you create forms from inside the spreadsheet and collect form responses and analyze those responses using the various options in Zoho Sheet. So let's get started. So this is the agenda for the session. So first we'll just look into a short introduction about this integration between Zoho Sheet and Zoho Forms, followed by a product demonstration where I'll be showing you how you can make use of this integration to collect and analyze form responses inside your spreadsheet. Zoho Sheet is tightly integrated with Zoho Forms, meaning that you can create forms right from inside your spreadsheet and collect the form responses inside the spreadsheet directly. You can also create multiple forms inside the same spreadsheet file. So once the form responses are inside your spreadsheet, you can share and analyze these form responses using the various options in Zoho Sheet. So now we'll jump into the demonstration and I'll show you how this integration along with various other features in Zoho Sheet can be used to collect and analyze form responses inside your spreadsheet. So this is the sample spreadsheet I'm going to use for the demonstration. So here I'm going to create a form to collect the basic information about the students who want to apply to the various programs offered by a university. So as you can see, this first worksheet is supposed to be a dashboard. So we'll come to this sheet later on. So first we'll get started with how we can create a form from this spreadsheet. To create a form, you can go to the tools menu here in the menu bar. And once you click on that, you can see the option called create form. So just click on that and that will open up the pop-up or the dialog for you. So this dialog has two fields, that is the form name and description. So this name and description will be visible to the users who are actually filling out your form. First, I'll just give a name. So the description here is optional. So if you want to add an additional information about this particular form, you can do that. So the people who are filling out your form will get a context about what this form is all about. So now that I've given the name, I'm just going to click on create. So once I click on create, you can see that a new worksheet has been created. So all the responses from this particular form will be falling into this worksheet alone. So now I'm just going to open the form builder so we can add the desired fields. Just click on open. So this is Zoho Forms interface. So you can see that. So on the left, you can see the various fields that you can simply drag and drop into your form in the middle. And on the right, you can see the contextual options being shown using which you can customize the fields that you're using in your form. So now I'm just going to add a few fields to show you how this works. So first we'll use the name field. So as I drop the field into the form, you can see on the right the contextual options are being shown for that particular field. I'm going to add the email field now, phone number, and finally I'm going to add a drop down field using which the applicants can choose the desired program for which they want to apply. I'm going to change the name of this field now. And on the right, here you can see the choices being displayed. So here I'm just going to add a few choices. So just for example, I've added two programs alone, that is economics and history. And below that, you can see the option to sort the options that are being shown in the drop down. I'll choose ascending. And after that, you can see an option to make that particular field as mandatory. So if you want all the applicants to fill out that particular field while submitting the form, you can just choose mandatory here. And once you're done adding the basic fields in your form, you can also use the other options that are provided in the top header here. That is, you can add rules or change the settings or even add personalized themes for your form. So now I'm just going to go with the basic fields here. So now that I'm done with creating the form, I'll just click on save here. So this customization will also get reflected in the particular spreadsheet from where we created the form. So now let's get back to the spreadsheet and see how the various fields are being shown in the worksheet that was created. So here in this worksheet, you can see that two default columns were created after clicking on create form, that is timestamp and submitted by columns. So the timestamp column will give you the information about the date and time at which the particular response had been submitted. and the submitted by column will give you the email ID of the person who is submitting the form only if that particular person is logged in while submitting the form. And after that, we have the various fields that we had added to the particular form. That is, we have the name, email ID, phone number, and the program fields being shown. So now that we've created a form, let's look at the other options that are provided by Zoho Sheet for forms. So here under tools again, once you've created a form, you can also notice another option being shown, that is manage form. So once I hover over that, you can see 4 other options being displayed. So the first option is for you to edit the existing form. That is, if you want to make any changes to the existing form, you can use that option. And then we have another option called go to live form. This option helps you get a preview of how your form looks to those users who are actually filling out your form. And third, we have the publish option. So obviously after creating a form, the next step will be to share it with the desired set of people to fill out and get the responses from. And finally, we have the option to delete the form as well. So now we'll just click on publish and see how we can share the form. So here, once I click on publish, you can see 2 different options being shown. So first, you can either choose to publish this particular form within your organization alone. That is, if you want to collect responses only from the employees in that particular organization, you can go with the first option, that is within Zilker. So here Zilker is the name of the organization. Or if you want to collect responses from people who are also outside the organization, you can go with the second option here, that is to external world. So now I'm just going to choose the external world option here, and I'll click on OK. And here you can see on top the published form link is being displayed. So you can simply share this particular URL with the desired people you want to collect responses from, or you can also use the embed code that is shown below here. So using this embed code, you can embed the published form on your website or your blog. So the users who are visiting a website or blog can fill out the form right from your website or blog without having to go to another tab. So now I'll just click on the published form link and add a response. So we can see how that response gets reflected in the worksheet here. So this is how the form looks in the published form URL. So now I'm just going to add a sample response so we can see how it gets reflected in the sample worksheet. And click submit. So now we'll go back to the spreadsheet and see how this response gets reflected in the particular worksheet. So as you can see, every response that is submitted from the form will get reflected in the spreadsheet in a matter of seconds. So you can see the data here live as and when the responses are being submitted. So this is how you can use Zoho Sheets integration with Zoho Forms to create and publish forms and collect those responses within the same spreadsheet file. So now I'm just going to jump to another worksheet where I already have a few form responses filled in. So we can see how we can analyze those responses that we have in the spreadsheet. So in this worksheet, you can see that I already have some pre-filled form responses here. Here I have formatted the timestamp column in such a way that it displays only the date and not the time. And then we have the submitted by column. And you can notice that in Zoho Sheet, when you have email IDs being given, you can simply hover over those email IDs and that will give you a pop-up. So once you click on that pop-up, that will open the default email service in your device, using which you can draft an email and send it directly to that particular person. And then we have the name, email ID, phone number, the program or department, and then we have the gender and country. So these fields were present in the particular form, and we have got the responses or the sample responses for those fields. So the first thing we are going to do here is we are going to hide out those data that we do not want in this particular worksheet. For example, I do not want the submitted by column here because I already have the email ID column here, and I've got the valid email IDs filled out by the applicants themselves. So I do not want this particular column that is submitted by. So instead of deleting, I'm just going to hide it out so it's not visible, and if I want to refer it later on, I can simply unhide and look at that data as well. So here I'm just going to choose this drop down here, and you can find the option to hide the column. So this way you can hide out those columns or responses that are currently not necessary, or you can also hide out those columns that you do not want your collaborators or your team members to view. So if you have any confidential or important data that you do not want your collaborators to view, you can simply hide it out before sharing this particular spreadsheet with them. So now I just want to narrow down this data to look at students who applied for a specific program alone. So for that, I can make use of the filter feature that we have. You can see that filter is already applied by default to all the form responses we have here. So here, in order to filter out the data, I'm just going to click on the icon here, and that will give me the options using which I can filter this data. So I can either choose to filter data based on the cell value, the cell font color, or even the background color of the cell. So now for this particular use case, I'm going to go with the cell value itself. So here, let's say I want to look at information about applicants for the Department of Psychology. So I'll just choose Psychology here and click on filter. So now this worksheet displays only those applicants who have actually applied for this particular department, that is psychology. Filter in Zoho Sheet is user specific. That is, even if I change the filter view in this particular worksheet, this will not affect the data or the view for other collaborators who are working on the same spreadsheet simultaneously. You can also save this particular filtered view so you can access or apply this filtered view later on in a single click. For that, I'll just go to the filter icon here in the toolbar. And here you can find an option called name this filter. So once you click on that, that will open up a dialog where you can give in a name for this particular filtered view and save it. So I'm just going to give a name called psychology, and I'm going to save this filtered view so I can use it later on. Now I'll just show you how this works. So once you click on the filter icon here, the drop down will show you another option called named filters. So this option will have the list of saved or named filters that you already have. So here you can see I already have another saved filter, that is economics, and below that we have the psychology filter view that we had just saved. So now I'm just going to click on economics, and you can see that this worksheet now displays the filtered view for the department or program, that is economics. So this way, if you have any filtered views that you will use often, and if you want to switch between those filtered views in an instant, you can simply save those filtered views and use them later on. So now I'll just clear the filter here. So this way, using the filter option, you can narrow down the data and look at details that matter to you. When you have data falling in as responses from various users around the world, it is important that you have a clean data before you start analyzing it. For example, here in this particular data, you can see that there are some blank or empty cells here and there, because when you have non-mandatory fields in a form, the user can choose to leave it blank while submitting the form as well. So here we have some empty cells in those fields that were non-mandatory in that particular form. So now let's see how we can use the smart data cleaning tool we have in Zoho Sheet to clean this particular data or get rid of these blank cells that we have in this data. So for that, I'll go to the data menu here in the menu bar, and here you can see the option called data cleaning. So once I hover over data cleaning, you can see various other options that are visible. So using this data cleaning tool, you can not only get rid of empty cells, but you can also fix inconsistencies that you have in your data, such as typos, extra spacings, or even capitalization inconsistencies that you have in your data. And then the second option is for filling missing values that we'll be using for the demo. And third, you can see an option called find duplicates. So even if you have some applicants filling out the form more than once, you can find those duplicate records using this option, and you can choose to get rid of them as well. And following that, you can also find the options to detect the unique values as well as the frequency of values in your data. So now we are just going to use the fill missing values option here. So I'll just click on that, and that will open up the side panel on the right for me. So you can see the side panel has the various options using which we can get rid of the missing value or the blank cells we have in the data. So first up, you can see the operation being chosen as fill missing values. That is what we had chosen. And then you can see the column name being displayed as country because we had the cell selection placed on that particular column. But if you wish to do this operation on another column, you can even choose the column from this particular drop down. And following that, you can see that it gives a summary of how many such missing values or blank cells are present in that particular data range that you've selected. And following that, we have three different actions or three different ways in which you can get rid of those blank cells. So using the first option here, you can fill those blank cells using the value that is present in the previous cell in the column. And using the second option, you can give a custom value using which you want to fill in those blank cells. And using the third option here, you can fill up those blank cells using the value that has the most frequency in that column that is currently selected. So since I'm going to fill out the blank cells in the country column, I'm just going to use a custom value here. So I'm just going to mention it as NA, that is not available or not mentioned by the applicant. So this way, when I start analyzing the data, I will know how many people have not actually mentioned the country while applying. And once I've given the value, I'll just click on fill values. And on the left, you can see that the blank cells have been filled in with that custom value that I had just given, that is NA. So this way you can clean up your form responses data in an instant using the smart data cleaning tool provided by Zoho Sheet. So now I'll just close the side panel here. So now that we've made the desired changes to the form responses in this particular worksheet, let's start building a dashboard so we can get an overview or a summary of all the responses that we have here at a single glance. So I'll go to the first sheet here. So this is the worksheet where we are going to build a dashboard using charts, pivot tables, and functions. So first we'll start by finding the total number of responses or entries we have in the form response sheet. So for this we can use the functions or formulas that we have in Zoho Sheet. So here I'm going to use the function called count in order to find the total number of responses or entries we've got so far. So in Zoho Sheet, there are more than 400 predefined functions from which you can pick the function based on your use case that you have. So here you can simply start by using the equal sign and start typing in the function's name. So once you start typing in the function's name, you can see the corresponding suggestions being shown in the drop down below. So you can simply choose the function you want to use, and then you will see the syntax of that particular function below the cell. So this will help you know what parameters that you're supposed to enter as arguments inside the function. So here I'm going to give the cell reference in the form response sheet that we saw previously as the input here. So for that, I'm just going to leave the cell in the edit mode and I'll switch to the desired worksheet. So you can see the cell formula cell being displayed here for reference. So once I come to the desired worksheet, I'll just select the desired range I want to give as input for this particular function. So that will be the first column. So here I'm selecting the whole column because I want all those entries that get added after this to also be included in this particular formula that I'm adding. And count function excludes or ignores the text values that are present in the data range. So you can see that the header that we have here in this particular column will get ignored while taking the total count of the responses that we have in this column. So once I've given the desired cell range as input, I'll simply click on enter. So that will give me the result. So you can see the result as 14 being displayed here. So this means that I have got a total of 14 responses or entries in that particular response sheet so far. And you can see the formula being displayed here in the formula bar. So now that we know the total number of entries or responses we've got from the form, let's add some charts and pivot tables to this particular dashboard so I can visually see more information about the data that I have at hand at a glance. So now I'm going to insert a line chart in order to know how many responses I've got on a daily basis. So for example, if I had published this particular form a week ago and I want to know how many responses I've got on a daily basis, so I can see a trend of how the form is being filled, I can use this chart, that is the line chart I'm going to insert now. So for that, I'll just go to the second sheet again. So in this sheet, I'm going to use the date column here for the line chart because I want the daily count of the responses that are being entered. So I'll select the desired source range for my chart. And then I can simply go to the insert chart icon here in the toolbar. So once I click on that, you can see that the recommended chart types are being shown for me. So though there's a line chart here in the recommended chart type, I want to use a smooth line chart or a spline chart. So for that, I'll go to the line chart category here and select spline, that is a smooth line chart I want to use. So once I click on the chart type I want to insert, that will insert the chart into my worksheet here. So you can see the chart on the left, and you can also see the contextual menus or the customization options on the right in the side panel. You can also see the aggregation options at the bottom of the side panel. So now I'm just going to make some minor changes to this chart. So first I'll just change the title of the chart here. So I'll go to customize, and here I'll change the title. And also I'm going to remove the legend from the chart, because for this particular chart the legend is not necessary, because the title itself gives the context about what this chart represents. So there we go. So I'm just using some options that are currently necessary for this chart alone. If you would like to know more about the various chart types and the customization options that are provided by Zoho Sheet with respect to charts, you can view our exclusive webinar about the chart types and customization options using the link that is shown above. So now let's just continue with this chart now. So now that I've customized my chart with the desired options, you can see that the chart is currently in the second worksheet or the form response sheet, but I want this chart to be inserted in the dashboard sheet. So for that I can use the move option in chart. So for that, just select the three dots in the top right corner of the chart, and you can find the option called move. So once you hover, you can see the various worksheets that are present in this particular spreadsheet file, and you can simply choose the worksheet to which you want to move the chart to. So here that will be dashboard for me. So you can see I just clicked on the dashboard sheet and my chart has instantly been moved to the desired sheet here. So now that I've got the chart in my dashboard worksheet, I'll just reposition it and resize it so my dashboard looks more neat and I can see the various data or overview or summary of my data in a single glance without having to scroll. So I've just repositioned and resized my chart in order to fit a particular position so that I can add more charts or tables to this particular dashboard sheet as well. So now that we have the line chart representing total count of responses we've got on a daily basis, so you can see the date in the x-axis and the count in the y-axis, and you can see the line representing the daily count. So now let's go a little deeper into the various fields that we have in the form responses. Let's start with a pivot table that gives us a summary about how many responses we've got from each country. So in this scenario, if I want to know how many students have applied from the various countries across the world, I can use this pivot table to get a summary of that particular count in a single glance. So now in order to draw a pivot table, I'll just go to the other sheet here. So I've just placed the selection anywhere in the source data, and I'll go to data menu and choose pivot table. So that will open up the pivot table dialog. Here you can see there's a source range option. So you can see that Zoho Sheet has auto detected the source range already, so you need not manually select the range again. And below that you can see two options from which you can choose for the location of the pivot table. That is where you want to place the pivot table that is going to be built. So you can either choose a new worksheet or you can choose an existing worksheet. So here I'm going to choose the existing sheet, that will be the dashboard sheet. So that will give you the option to choose the cell range in which you want to place the pivot table on. So that will be the dashboard sheet. So I'm going to switch to the dashboard sheet now. And here I'm going to select the cell range where I want to position the pivot table. So I'll place it here and click on OK. So on the left you can see an image showing where the pivot table will actually be placed, and on the right you can see in the side panel the pivot table builder is being shown. So in this pivot table builder you can see on top we have the various column headers or the fields being displayed, and below that you have various boxes that constitute the elements of the pivot table you're going to build. So you can simply drag and drop these column headers or fields into these boxes below and start building your pivot table right away. So now, as I said, we are going to build a pivot table that shows us the total count of applications or responses we have got from the various countries across the world. So the field I'm going to use here for my pivot table will be country. So I'm just going to drag and drop country into the row box here. And on the left, you can see the pivot table gradually building as and when I drop the fields into the boxes. So now that I've got the rows for my pivot table, I'll have to add a data as well. So that will also be country because I'm taking in the count of country. So now you can see on the left that we have got the pivot table that gives us the summary about the total number of responses we've got from each country. So I'm going to add another field to this particular pivot table, that is I'm going to add the gender field so that I'll know how many people from each gender have applied from each country. So for this example, to keep it simple, I've just used only 2 genders. So I'll just drag and drop gender into the column box here. And on the left, you can see that now my pivot table gives more information about the responses or applicants. So now I know how many people of each gender have actually applied from each country. So apart from the builder, you can also see various other customization options in the customize tab here in the side panel. So you can see on top there is an option called auto expand and auto refresh. So this auto expand option will let your pivot table expand its source range automatically whenever there's a new form response being added to your form response sheet. So that way you need not manually change your source range every time there's a new form response being added. And auto refresh will update the pivot table automatically if there's a change in the source data. So these 2 options are checked by default. If you want, you can also uncheck them if you do not want the pivot table to auto refresh or auto expand. So I'm not going to get very deep into the other customization options here. If you'd like to know more about how to build a pivot table or how to customize the pivot table in Zoho Sheet, you can watch our exclusive webinar about pivot tables using the link above. So now that we have the data about the number of responses we've got totally and on a daily basis, we also have the information about the number of responses we've got from each country and also about the gender of the applicants. There's one aspect missing from the responses or the data we have at hand. That is the department or the program field. So I would like to know how many students have actually applied for each program or each department in that particular university or college. So for that, I'm going to draw a chart here in this particular dashboard that gives me a data about how many people have actually preferred each field. So here in this form response sheet, we already saw how we can manually draw a chart from scratch using the source data. We just drew a line chart for the date column. And now I'm going to get help from Zia, that is an AI-powered analytical assistant that we have inside Zoho Sheet. So all you have to do is just place your selection anywhere in the data for which you want to get insights for, and go to Insights by Zia here at the right bottom corner. Just click and that will open the side panel giving you the complete insights about your data along with chart and pivot table recommendations. So here you can see that the chart for the total count of applicants for each department is being shown right on top. So this is the chart I actually wanted to insert, and below that you can also see a donut chart being shown for the percentage of gender, and there are also pivot tables, and then there's another chart showing the count of country, etc. And apart from these chart and pivot table recommendations, you can also see on top there's a space where you can ask questions to Zia about your data that you have and get answers as well. For example, here you can see a set of predefined questions that are being shown by Zia based on the data I have. So I'm just going to click on one of these questions here. So let's say what percentage of gender is female. So I'm just going to click on that question and let's see what answer Zia gives us. There we go. So here you can see the answer given by Zia here is 42.86%. So that is the percentage of female applicants that we have based on the data here. And here below that you can also see the formula based on which Zia got this answer or result. So if you wish to use this particular formula inside your worksheet, you can simply drag and drop this formula and use it inside your worksheet as well. So now getting back to the chart that we wanted to draw. So here that we have the chart already being recommended by Zia, all you have to do is simply drag and drop this chart into your worksheet and your work will be done. So using Zia, you can build dashboards or reports in a matter of seconds. So now that I've got the chart, I'm just going to customize it a little bit as we did for the line chart previously. So I'm just going to remove the legend, and I'm going to change the chart type from column to bar. So from this drop down, I'll just select the chart type I want. So now that we've got the chart, I'm not changing the chart title here, but if you want, you can also change the chart title based on the chart you have. So now that we've got the chart here, I'm just going to move it to the dashboard worksheet as we saw on the line chart previously. So once we've got the chart, now I'm just going to reposition it in such a way that it does not hide the other chart or table we have in this particular worksheet. And there we go. Now I have the complete summary of data that I've got from the form responses here at a single glance. So this way you can build dashboards or reports based on the form responses that you've got from the form you created from Zoho Sheet. And this will help you make conclusions or observations based on the form responses that you've received. So now I'm just going to show another simple example for the form responses and how we can represent it visually. So I'll just go to another worksheet here. So here you can see I have a very simple data. So this is a form response I've got for a party or an event that I'm organizing. Let's say this is like an RSVP kind of form. You can see that I have already hidden the first two columns, that is the timestamp and the submitted by columns. And these are the two fields I had in my form, that is the name and the age of people who are attending my event or party. So as an event organizer, it will be helpful for me to know the age group of the attendees for my event. So that way I can plan my party's theme or events based on that particular age group. So now for that, I'm going to use a chart called histogram. So histogram is a chart type that will give you the frequency of values that are present between each range of values. For example, here I'm just going to find the frequency of attendees between each age group. So I'm just going to select the desired cell range here, and I'll go to insert chart, and under the other charts category in the second page you will find the histogram chart type. So once I insert it, you can see that it is showing me the frequency of attendees or frequency of responses based on the age interval here. So the interval it has taken by default is 2 here. Now I want to change the interval of this particular range that is being shown. So for that I can simply go to customize, choose horizontal axis, and here you will find an option called binning interval. So in a histogram chart, these intervals that are used to show the frequency of values are called as bins. So here if I want to change the interval, I can simply give a value here in this field. For example, I'll just give a value as 5 because I want the age to be grouped by an interval of 5. So once I give the value, you can see on the left that the histogram chart now gives the frequency of the total number of people based on the age groups. So here you can see age is grouped by 5 values, that is 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and so on. So from this chart I can see at a glance that the maximum number of responses or the attendees I've got are from the age group of 25 to 30. So this is just a very simple example of how you can use a histogram chart in order to visualize such data. The auto expand option is not only available for pivot tables but also for charts. So you can see the option here, there is auto expand, that is checked by default. So if you want your chart to expand its source range based on the new responses that get added in your form response sheet, you can just keep this option checked. And if you do not want your chart to get updated as and when the responses get added, you can simply uncheck it. So in this demonstration, we saw how we can create a form from scratch using the integration in Zoho Sheet and Zoho Forms interface. And then we saw how we can publish this form and collect data into the worksheet. And finally, we saw how we can clean and analyze the responses that we have got from the form using the various options such as charts, pivot tables, Zia, and functions in Zoho Sheet. Do try out this integration and let us know your feedback. If you have any feedback or questions about the various features that we saw in this demonstration, you can write to us anytime at support@zohosheet.com, and we'll be here happy to help you out. And if you'd like to know more about Zoho Forms, you can visit zoho.com/forms. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it useful. Do try out the features and give your feedback as comments below. You can also watch our previous webinar videos using the link in the description. See you in the next session. Thank you.